You boys be quiet down there!
Today we're looking at Riding Hero, NGH-006. It was made in 1990 by SNK. A racing game for Neo Geo? I don't see how this could be bad. For this review, I am playing on my MVS cartridge. On the title screen we have three options. WGP, World Grand Prix, which is your standard arcade mode where you race against AI opponents through 10 tracks. Story mode, which mixes RPG elements with the racing. And multiplay, where you can link multiple systems together for head-to-head play against other players. Simply connect a stereo male-to-male headphone cable between multiple carts. You need multiple systems to do this, of course, and it works for both MVS and home systems. Which bike should I choose? There aren't any stats. Well, I'll go ahead and make this choice easier for you. I already tested all 4 bikes, and you'll never guess what's different. Not a damn thing! All 4 bikes top out at 320 km per hour in about 5.5 seconds. There might be a difference in handling, but I haven't found any. All I can say for sure is that you can choose from 4 colors. The colors seems to be the only difference, and that's why there aren't any stats displayed here. Actually, I think the real reason you can select between these is that there are 4 bikes with differing stats that you can buy in story mode, and they're just making all of the colors available here in arcade mode. What fun! Alright, here we go. Better watch out for that danger curve. I don't trust anything that sounds that much like danger, only misspelled. The action plays out in a third-person view behind the racer, with the track scaling toward you. The A button accelerates, while the B button is used for braking. The C button will allow you to use a turbo, which you are given a limited stock of at the beginning of each race. If you've ever played Sega's arcade classic, Hang On, then the graphics will be familiar to you. However, the sit-down version of Hang On had a bike that allowed you to lean left and right for steering, and the stand-up version had a racing wheel type interface. The Neo Geo arcade cabinets did not have any of this fancy equipment, so players were stuck steering with the joystick. I can't imagine Riding Hero was an easy sell when you had Hang On sitting next to an MVS cab with Riding Hero in it. The game has very similar graphics, but only a joystick interface. It's hard to imagine what SNK was thinking, really. Maybe they had plans to build a fancier cab for this, and they were scrapped. The wheels shown here were based on a design by the late great Nightmare Tony for the game Thrash Rally, but SNK chose not to release them. Also, Hang On is from 1985, so Riding Hero has the advantage of being 5 years newer. On the Neo Geo, this game feels like a holdover from a previous generation. It's hard to understand what this outdated game is doing on the Neo. It feels out of place when compared to most of the system's library, which tended to have cutting-edge graphics for their time. At least this scaling racer does add variety to the games available for the console. And how does Riding Hero play compared to Hang On? Well, the answer is like ass. The joystick gives you good control of the bike, but the gameplay is riddled with issues. The fact that on tight corners you're always close to going off the track makes it very easy to wipe out. And when you do, you will immediately be passed by every other opponent in the race, leaving you invariably in last place. You'd better hope this doesn't happen near the end of the race, or you'll have no chance of catching up. Look, I just got in first place! But unfortunately, what you'll come to learn is that it never lasts. The opponents rubber band like crazy in this game. As soon as you get ahead of them, it's not long before they're inevitably passing you again. And watch out, because there's no way for you to know where they're coming up from behind you. Then, as soon as your opponents are ahead, you start gaining on them again. It's like a masterclass in bad game design. The whole thing is a sham to ensure that you're always in imminent danger. Obviously, trying to race under these conditions and hold on to first place is an exercise in futility. I recommend saving some turbos for the end of the race in order to prevent getting passed at the last minute, but without a minimap it's hard to know when the race will be over unless you're very familiar with the current track. Cuckoo Cola? What, no Marioro? But at least Bloodstone is here.
I know a genuine Panaphonics when I see it, and look, There's Magnet Box and Zorny.
It would be nice if the game had an easy mode to make this mess more bearable, but I haven't noticed any differences when I drop the level from 4 to 1 in the MVS soft dip settings. The difficulty settings just don't seem to do much, regardless of whether the console is in home or MVS mode. The music is not memorable. It sounds very similar to rock soundtracks found in other Neo Geo games from SNK, which is not a bad thing. However, you likely won't be humming any of these tunes after you turn the game off. Now we can take a look at the story mode. This is going to have to be good to redeem this game. It's an apartment house. Let's see here. We got take a break, sleep. I wonder what that does. Well, everyone wants sleep. Your energy has been recovered. Okay, don't know if I needed that. Okay, what is this? Some kind of a map or something? Alright, let's head over to the bike shop. I think I need a bike. It's bike shop. Nobody is there. What do you want to do? What am I going to do now? Sea Ridge. It's the Sea Ridge. Nobody is there. What do you want to do? Oh, this is interesting so far. It's the S Ridge. What? I've never heard of a rider who didn't have his own bike. You'd better buy one. Okay. What? I've never heard of a rider. Well, I'm trying to buy a bike. Let me buy a bike first. The grease pit. You can't go through here because it's under construction. Okay, I guess I can't go over there. It says checkpoint on the map, but actually what they mean is under construction. I think it could have been a little more clear. Okay, the greasy spoon, here we go. It's hamburger shop. What? I've never heard of a rider who didn't have his own bike. You'd better buy one. Damn, what's wrong with the people around here? It's like you have to own a bike or they won't even give you the time of day. It's the hospital. Nurse, you don't look injured. You don't look injured. Well, how about if I cure? You don't look injured. Okay. That was useless. Seaside Street. It's the Seaside Street. Nobody is there. What do you want to do? Perfect. X Ridge. It's the X Ridge. Nobody is there. What do you want to do? Well, I guess there's nothing to do in this whole game now. Might as well just turn this game off. So it turns out the problem was I went to sleep right away when I started the game. The game has a day-night cycle, and some of the shops close and different things are available depending on the time of day. So I just screwed it up right away at the beginning of the game by sleeping. So I just waited and went back, and now I'm able to go to the bike shop. What can I do for you? Well, I think I want to buy a bike. A tune-up? I can't do that without a bike. A bike? It depends on the price. They're all fast. Do you want to check them out? Yes. Which bike? Well, I don't know how much money I have, so I guess I'll just start with the most expensive one and see if I can buy that. Hey, this isn't enough money. You'll have to pick a different bike. It's like he actually took the money out and gave it to him. Actually, I'm starting to think that maybe our hero is just a lovable idiot stumbling through life, and the bike isn't the reason he wears the helmet. Okay, so I'll just buy the cheapest one then. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. You might be better off buying a bike like this for your first one. If you want to try it out, I'll take you to a good place. Nice try. I've heard that one before. There should be other bikers there at this time. Okay. What do you think? It's a nice place, isn't it? Riders often bet on races here. You can try it. You like? Okay, yes. Alright, I'll find one. Hold on a minute. Hello, I'm Dipshit. I'm the easiest racer in the game. How about if you race me? Thanks for waiting. This is a friend of mine. His name is Miller. Hi, I'm Miller. I'm Alec. Nice to meet you. Oh, my character can talk, apparently. I don't want to say this in front of him, but I think you should ride with him through the mountain pass because it's his first time. Mr. Jones, that's not true. Maybe I can't beat Diamond Dave, but I'm joking. Please accept the challenge. I just love this banter between the two characters. You can see that they have so much history. Alright, Miller, let's see what you've got.
Alright, I beat you.
What the hell did he just say? Hey, that's something I forgot about. Voices. Come to think of it, there haven't been any voices in this game so far. That's very odd for a Neo Geo game. Although the game does play a 17-second speech at the end of story mode, and that's more like it. I think he says, "Alright, I beat you," when you pass him, and then when you get past he says, "That punk." How the hell does one have time to say all of that as they pass someone at high speed on a bike? You dork, you suck, now you'll never get that Bloodstone sponsorship. As if the other racers blocking the track weren't bad enough in World Grand Prix mode, here in story mode there's traffic, which literally takes up most of the road. Get out of the way, asshole! At least the rubber banding from the WGP mode doesn't really seem to be an issue here. It helps that you have only one opponent, and you can see their speed at all times. This seems to at least prevent slower opponents from catching up. However, the rubber banding does rear its ugly head again as you get further into the story mode and race tougher opponents. And of course, Miller went down with no problems, so here's what happens next. I lost, I'll give the 2000 G to you. Next time I'll take twice as much back. Is that a threat? You managed to win. If you couldn't beat him, it's out of the question. By the way, a bunch of guys are coming to race you. Do you want to race them? Yes. Yes, I do. You're so aggressive. I'm going back because I want to take care of my shop. Anyway, a bunch of guys are coming to race you. Do you want to race them? You already said that. Select guys. Okay, which guy do I want to select? Anyone else notice Jones was flirting pretty hard back there? I think he's running a brothel. This guy's probably easiest. I'm Arnold, nice to meet you. I'm a fast rider. Knowing that, do you still want to race me? Okay, thanks for the warning. I don't know anything about you, like how long you've been racing or what kind of bike you have, but I guess I'll just have to take your word for it. Yeesh, this reads like it was written by a 9-year-old. I mean, seriously, who wrote this? Tommy Wiseau from The Room?
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Alright, I beat you.
That's what they all say. They all say, "Alright, I beat you." Wait a second, actually, are the voices coming from my character? This makes more sense. So, whenever you bet against one of these racers and beat them, you win money.
Someone's gonna get $1,000. Who do you think's gonna get $1,000?
But what happens when you lose and you don't have the money to pay up? Take a look. Hey, this isn't enough. Hey, you've got to be kidding.
Someone's gonna get a punch in the head. Who do you think's gonna get a punch in the head?
If you don't want to get hurt, then you better obey the rules. Alright, give me all the money you have. So basically, I just got assaulted and robbed. I need to go to the hospital. It's the hospital. You don't look injured. Well, what the hell? When do I need the hospital in this game? It turns out when you go back to the bike shop, Jones's niece Susie is now at the helm. I guess this is supposed to be the love interest of the story. Just check out this witty banter. I've heard all about you from my uncle. I recognized you right away. He told me he had short hair and looked like an animal. Ha ha. You're so selfish. By the way, what the hell is going on here? That bike costs 45,000 G. Do you want it? That's fine, don't pay any attention to me. My god, it's like lazy female character writing 101. Do you want to see it again? What do you mean, do I want to see it again? I'm sorry you couldn't find the one you wanted. Tune up. I'm sorry, only my uncle do that. Damn, this game won't let me buy a better bike. I can't tune up the one I have. And how much money do I have anyway? It's the Seaside Street. You look new to me. Your face shows your talents. Yes, yes. I'm Brady, the guy who's holding the 400-meter dash race. You think I'm too old to be doing this, don't you? My wife complains all the time, but I can't help it because I like what I do. What the hell, man? I'm sure she does complain all the time, but I didn't ask for your life story. The rules are simple. The one who can ride the straight 400-meter line the fastest is the winner. Right now, the leader is Diamond Dave, and his record is you're the last one in today's race, so you'll be the winner if you beat his time. The winner gets 10,000 gold. Good luck. Give me the entry. Good luck, babe. At this point in the game, this time trial seems to be impossible with the first bike. But if you have a Unibios and you feel like cheating, you can win by turning on infinite turbos. In story mode, this causes a graphical glitch where the screen says game over and time up at the same time. Now before you judge me, I didn't cheat the first time I played through the game. I'm just doing this now for fun. Great, the money is yours. Your money increased. It's great to be young. Well, Diamond Dave will regret this. He said if he had ridden seriously, he would have never been beat. He can't accept the defeat. You may not know him. He rides so fast and he's known for a rider who's undefeated. What? Diamond Dave, as soon as you won, he left. He may have gone to Mountain Pass S. Well, that's it for today. I'm going home. Goodbye. It's Hamburger Shop. Hey, aren't you that guy who mugged me earlier? Yeah, I heard you took part in the 400-meter dash race. Did you win? Is that so? Diamond Dave must have raced the 400-meter dash race this time. If it were true, there'd be nothing else but he wasn't serious. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean no harm. Anyway, he's number one among all the racers. What, Diamond Dave? I don't know where he is. You know Davis, who rides in the Mountain Pass C sometimes? I heard he got along with Diamond Dave. I bet Davis knows about him. Okay, so let's go to the C Ridge then. It's the M Ridge. You're surrounded by riders. Hey boy, what happened? Did you get lost? Ha ha ha. I want to go to Mountain Pass C. Lead the way. You want to go to the C Ridge? Well, you have to pass the M Ridge to get there, don't you? Ha ha ha. I'll let you, but only if you beat me in a race. The rules are simple. The faster rider is the winner. The goal is the M Ridge exit. If you win, you get to go to the C Ridge. If you lose, I won't let you through. Ha ha ha. Are you game? Ha ha ha. You have. Okay, let's go. Ha ha ha, I'm sorry, but you can't pass here because of the rules. What rules? Oh yeah, all that stuff you said before the race. At this point in the story, you're not going to be able to get much further without a better bike. It's a ridiculous grind to save money in this game. There isn't a lot that's amusing or interesting from here, so this is where we'll stop for now. If you have a Unibios and feel like cheating further to see the rest of the game, you can open up the Unibios menu, select Patch Memory, and enter the following. Then select Patch. When you do this, you will get a buttload of money that you can use to buy the best bike in the game. Even if you do this, you will still have to race incredibly well to get through the rest of the game, and as I've already shown, this game doesn't play fair, so neither should you. Good luck. I did finally figure out that you can press C at any time in the menus to view your money and how much energy you have left. You would think that getting knocked off your bike and being punched by the other racers would deplete your health, but I couldn't find any direct link between these. My energy did deplete after racing a lot, so I was able to restore this by visiting the hospital. If you're going to try to play through this story mode, the best way is to save whenever you win a race and to reset and load the game whenever you lose in order to save money. It will be a long uphill battle though. You will need a memory card. However, one word of caution. In case you have a third-party SRAM card to use in your Neo Geos, such as one of these, then you will want to avoid using them for this game. This is the only game in the Neo Geo's library that is not fully compatible with these third-party cards. Whenever saving Riding Hero data to one of these cards, it'll wipe out all the other data on the card. Yikes! So obviously you will want to avoid using these third-party SRAM cards, which were actually commonly used in laptops and sewing machines back in the day. Since the official Neo Geo card doesn't have room for very many saves, what's the best option? Simple. The best card for Neo Geo is the Neo Save Master, made by Neo Turf Master. Neo Turf Master is a hero in the online Neo Geo community who has created many homebrew solutions for the system, and this card is indispensable. With the Neo Save Master, you can easily hold a save for every game. The Neo Geo's built-in memory card test won't delete your data, and Riding Hero won't delete all of your save data either. Since one card allows you to switch between two memory banks, each of which is big enough to hold a save from every Neo Geo title, it's very easy to keep all of your game saves, and keep a backup for good measure in case they get erased. This way I've never lost all of my data since buying this product. It's a must-own for Neo Geo. I highly recommend it. I will say that Riding Hero's story mode is definitely unique among Neo Geo games. Is it good? Well, it's definitely good for a quick laugh, and the gameplay isn't quite as broken as in the WGP mode, but the same unreasonable challenge quickly ruins the experience. It's kind of a shame because the graphics of the characters and settings had some potential. Unfortunately, there was nothing that could fix the gameplay, and I think this game was released just to fill out the launch titles available for the Neo Geo. Now, as always, let's take a quick look at the Neo Geo CD version of the game. This is exactly what happens when you load this game on a real Neo Geo CD top loader system. As expected, there's no arranged music on this old game. Okay, I'm starting the game now. Hurry up and load! It loads straight to the opening sequence. The whole game is loaded up in one shot, both modes and all. Of course, the option for multiplay is not here, since it's not possible on a Neo Geo CD system. I've only found a few differences from the cartridge version. For one thing, the music begins before the countdown at the start of a race. It's easy to see why they did this. Starting the music after the countdown, as in the cartridge version, would have caused a delay after the countdown before the racers can move, and that affects gameplay. Another difference is that for some reason the screen goes black when you pause the game. I have no idea why it does this. And finally, in story mode, the voices for when you pass another character have been removed. This is an improvement. This game is a blemish on SNK's reputation for quality games. Fortunately, it's not a scar, because it has mostly been overlooked as a novelty, a footnote in Neo Geo history. It's nice that the Neo Geo got at least one behind-view scaling racer. It's just unfortunate it got such a lousy one. Thank you for watching another Neo Geo review. Next time we'll be playing NGH-007, Alpha Mission 2, aka ASO2. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Basement Brothers so you don't miss it. Commenting on my videos helps promote my videos on YouTube, so if you like what you just watched, or even if you didn't, please post a comment below and tell me what you think. I'll see you next time.